Trump's public statements on classified information. Paragraph 22. As a candidate for president of the United States, Trump made the following public statements, among others, about classified information. A. On August 18, 2016, Trump stated, "In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law." B. On September 6, 2016, Trump stated, "We also need to fight this battle by collecting intelligence and then protecting our classified secrets. We can't have someone in the Oval Office who does not understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified." C. On September 7, 2016, Trump stated, "One of the first things we must do is to enforce all classification rules and to enforce all laws relating to the handling of classified information." D. On September 19th, 2016, Trump stated, "We also need the best protection of classified information." E. On November 3rd of 2016, Trump stated, "Service members here in North Carolina have risked their lives to acquire classified intelligence to protect our country." Paragraph 23. As President of the United States by July 26, 2018, Trump issued the following statement about classified information. "As the head of the executive branch and commander-in-chief, I have a unique constitutional responsibility to protect the nation's classified information, including by controlling access to it. More broadly, the issue of a former executive branch official's security clearance raises larger questions about the practice of former officials maintaining access to our nation's most sensitive secrets long after their time in government has ended. Such access is particularly inappropriate when former officials have transitioned into highly partisan positions and seek to use real or perceived access to sensitive information to validate their political attacks. Any access granted to our nation's secrets should be in furtherance of national and not personal interest." Trump's retention of classified documents. After his presidency, paragraph 24. In January 2021, as he was preparing to leave the White House, Trump and his White House staff, including Nauta, packed items, including some of Trump's boxes. Trump was personally involved in this process. Trump caused his boxes containing hundreds of classified documents to be transported from the White House to the Mar-a-Lago Club. Paragraph 25. From January through March 15, 2021, some of Trump's boxes were stored in the Mar-a-Lago Club's white and gold ballroom in which events and gatherings took place. Trump's boxes were for a time stacked on the ballroom stage as depicted in the photograph below. Paragraph 26. In March 2021, Nauta and others moved some of Trump's boxes from the white and gold ballroom to the business center at the Mar-a-Lago Club. On April 5th, 2021, an employee of the office of Donald J. Trump employee number 1, texted another employee of that office, Trump employee number 2, to ask whether Trump's boxes could be moved out of the business center to make room for staff to use it as an office. Trump employee number 2 replied, "Whoa, okay, so POTUS specifically asked Walt for those boxes to be in the business center because they are his papers." Later that day, Trump employee number 1 and Trump employee number 2 exchanged the following text messages. Trump employee number 2: "We can definitely make it work if we move his papers into the lake room." Trump employee number 1: "There is still a little room in the shower where his other stuff is. Is it only his papers he cares about? There's some other stuff in there that are not papers. Could that go to the storage? Or does he want everything in there on property? Trump employee number 2. Yes. Anything that's not the beautiful mind paper boxes can definitely go to storage. Want to take a look at the space and start moving tomorrow a.m.? Paragraph 28. After the text exchange between Trump employee number 1 and Trump employee number 2 in April 2021, some of Trump's boxes were moved from the business center to a bathroom and shower in the Mar-a-Lago's club lake room, as depicted in the photograph below. Paragraph 29. In May 2021, Trump directed that a storage room on the ground floor of the Mar-a-Lago club, the storage room, be cleaned out so that it could be used to store his boxes. The hallway leading to the storage room could be reached from multiple outside entrances, including one accessible from the Mar-a-Lago club pool patio through a doorway that was often kept open. The storage room was near the liquor supply closet, linen room, lock shop, and various other rooms. Paragraph 30. On June 24th, 2021, Trump's boxes that were in the lake room were moved to the storage room. After the move, there were more than 80 boxes in the storage room, as depicted in the photographs below. Paragraph 31. On December 7, 2021, Nauta found several of Trump's boxes fallen and their contents spilled onto the floor of the storage room, including a document marked secret/REL to USA FVEY, which denoted that the information in the document was releasable only to the Five Eyes intelligence alliance consisting of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Nauta texted employee 2, "I opened the door and found this." Nauta also attached 2 photographs to the spill. Trump employee number 2 replied, "Oh no, and I'm sorry POTUS had my phone." One of the photographs Nauta texted to Trump employee number 2 is depicted below with the visible classification information redacted. Trump's unlawful retention of this document is charged in count number 8 of this indictment. Trump's disclosure of classified information in private meetings. Paragraph 32. In May 2021, Trump caused some of his boxes to be brought to his summer residence at the Bedminster Club, like the Mar-a-Lago Club, after Trump's presidency. The Bedminster Club was not an authorized location for the storage, possession, review, display, or discussion of classified documents. On July 21st, 2021, when he was no longer president, Trump gave an interview in his office at the Bedminster Club to a writer and a publisher in connection with a then forthcoming book. 2 members of Trump's staff also attended the interview, which was recorded with Trump's knowledge and consent. Before the interview, the media had published reports that at the end of Trump's term as president, a senior military official, reportedly feared that Trump might order an attack on Country A, and that the senior military official advised Trump against doing so. Upon greeting the writer, publisher, and his two staff members, Trump stated,
"These are bad, sick people."
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the
Like when
beginning.
Milley's talking about, we're going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in. That's right. Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Milley, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. We looked at him. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case,
Mm-hmm.
Except it is like highly confidential, secret. There's secret information. Look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would put that out all the time,
she sent it to Anthony Weiner, the pervert. By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what? He said the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to figure out
See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, but this is classified.
now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so, here I am. And you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
at the time of this exchange, the writer, the publisher, and Trump's two staff members did not have security clearances or any need to know any classified information about a plan of attack on country A. Paragraph 35. In August or September 2021, when he was no longer president, Trump met in his office at the Bedminster Club with a representative of his Political Action Committee, the PAC representative. During the meeting, Trump commented that an ongoing military operation in country B was not going well. Trump showed the PAC representative a classified map of country B and told the PAC representative that he should not be showing the map to the PAC representative and to not get too close. The PAC representative did not have a security clearance or any need to know classified information about the military operation. Paragraph 36. On February 16, 2017, 4 years before Trump's disclosures of classified information set forth above, Trump said at a press conference, "The first thing I thought of when I heard about it is how does the press get this information that is classified? How do they do it? You know why? Because it's an illegal process and the press should be ashamed of themselves. But more importantly, the people that gave out the information to the press should be ashamed of themselves. Really ashamed." Trump's production of 15 cardboard boxes to the National Archives and Records Administration. Paragraph 37. Beginning in May 2021, the National Archives and Records Administration, NARA, which was responsible for archiving presidential records, repeatedly demanded that Trump turn over presidential records that he had kept after his presidency. On multiple occasions, beginning in June, NARA warned Trump through his representatives that if he did not comply, it would refer the matter of the missing records to the Department of Justice. Paragraph 38. Between November 2021 and January 2022, Nauta and Trump employee number 2, at Trump's direction, brought boxes from the storage room to Trump's residence for Trump to review. Paragraph 39. On November 12, 2021, Trump employee number 2 provided Trump a photograph of his boxes in the storage room by taping it to one of the boxes that Trump employee number 2 had placed in Trump's residence. Trump employee number 2 provided Trump the photograph so that Trump could see how many of his boxes were stored in the storage room. The photograph shown below depicted a wall of the storage room against which dozens of Trump's boxes were stacked. Paragraph 40. On November 17, 2021, Nauta texted Trump employee number 2 about the photograph. Trump employee 2 had provided to Trump, stating he mentioned about a picture of the boxes. He wants me to see it. Trump employee number 2 replied, calling you shortly. Paragraph 41. On November 25th, 2021, Trump employee number 2 texted Nauta about Trump's review of the contents of his boxes, asking, has he mentioned boxes to you? I delivered some, but I think he may need more. Could you ask if he'd like more in the Pine Hall? Pine Hall was an entry room in Trump's residence. Nauta replied in 3 successive text messages. Nothing about boxes yet. He has one he's working on in Pine Hall. Knocked out 2 boxes yesterday. Paragraph 42. On November 29th, 2021, Trump employee number 2 texted Nauta asking, next, you're going on property? No rush. Could you help me bring 4 more boxes up? Nauta replied, yes, of course. Paragraph 43. On December 29, 2021, Trump employee number 2 texted a Trump representative who was in contact with Nauta, Trump representative number 1. Box answer will be wrenched out of him today, promise. The next day, Trump representative number 1 replied in 2 successive text messages. Hey, just checking on boxes. Would love to have a number to them today. Trump employee number 2 spoke to Trump and then responded a few hours later in 2 successive text messages. 12 is his number. On paragraph 44. On January 13th, 2022, Nauta texted Trump employee number 2 about Trump's tracking of boxes, stating he's tracking the boxes more to follow today on whether he wants to go through more today or tomorrow. Trump employee number 2 replied, thank you. Paragraph 45. On January 15th, 2022, Nauta sent Trump employee number 2 4 successive text messages. One thing he asked was for more covers for the boxes for Monday. Morning. Can we get new box covers before giving these to them on Monday? They have too much writing on them. I marked too much. Trump employee number 2 replied, yes, I will get that. Paragraph 46. On January 17th, 2022, Trump employee number 2 and Nauta gathered 15 boxes from Trump's residence, loaded the boxes in Nauta's car, and took them to a commercial truck for delivery to Nara. 47. When interviewed by the FBI in May 2022 regarding the location and movement of boxes before the production of Nara, Nauta made false and misleading statements as set forth in count 38 of this indictment, including A, falsely stating that he was not aware of Trump's boxes being brought to Trump's residence for his review before Trump provided 15 boxes to Nara in January 2022. B, falsely stating that he did not know how the boxes that he and Trump employee number 2 brought from Trump's residence to the commercial truck for delivery to Nara on January 17, 2022, had gotten to the residence, and C, when asked whether he knew where Trump's boxes had been stored before they were in Trump's residence and whether they had been in a secure or locked location, Nauta falsely replied, I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I honestly just don't know. Paragraph 48. When the 15 boxes that Trump had provided reached Nara in January 2022, Nara reviewed the contents and determined that 14 of the boxes contained documents with classification markings. Specifically, as the FBI later determined, the boxes contained 197 documents with the classification markings, of which 98 were marked secret. 30 were marked top secret, and the remainder were marked confidential. Some of those documents also contained SCI and SAP markings. Paragraph 49. On February 9, 2022, Nara referred the discovery of classified documents in Trump's boxes to the Department of Justice for investigation, the FBI and grand jury investigations. Paragraph 50. On March 30th, 2022, the FBI opened criminal investigations. Paragraph 51. On April 26, 2022, a federal grand jury opened an investigation. The defendant's concealment of boxes. Paragraph 52. On May 11, 2022, the grand jury issued a subpoena, the May 11th subpoena, to the office of Donald J. Trump, requiring the production of all documents with classification markings in the possession, custody, or control of Trump or the office of Donald J. Trump, to attorneys representing Trump, Trump Attorney Number 1 and Trump Attorney Number 2, informed Trump of the May 11th subpoena, and he authorized Trump Attorney Number 1 to accept service. Paragraph 53. On May 2022, Nauta entered the storage room at 3:47 p.m. and left approximately 34 minutes later carrying one of Trump's boxes. Paragraph 54. On May 23, 2022, Trump met with Trump Attorney Number 1 and Trump Attorney Number 2 at the Mar-a-Lago Club to discuss the response to the May 11th subpoena. Trump Attorney Number 1 and Trump Attorney Number 2 told Trump that they needed to search for documents that would be responsive to the subpoena and provide a certification that there had been compliance with the subpoena. Trump, in sum and substance, made the following statements, among others, as memorialized by Trump Attorney Number 1. A. I don't want anybody looking through my boxes. I really don't. I don't want you looking through my boxes. B. Well, what happens if we just don't respond at all or don't play ball with them? C. Wouldn't it be better if we just told them we don't have anything here? D. Well, isn't it better if there are no documents? Paragraph 55. While meeting with Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 on May 23rd, Trump, in sum and substance, told the following story as memorialized by Trump Attorney Number 1. Attorney, he was great. He did a great job. You know what? He said that it was him, that he was the one who deleted all of her emails, the 30,000 emails, because they basically dealt with her scheduling and her going to the gym and her having beauty appointments. And he was great. And so she didn't get in any trouble because he said that he was the one who deleted them. Trump related the story more than once that day. Paragraph 56. On May 23rd, Trump also confirmed his understanding with Trump Attorney Number 1 that Trump attorney number one would return to the Mar-a-Lago club on June 2nd to search for any documents with classification markings to produce in response to the May 11th subpoena. Trump attorney number one made it clear to Trump that Trump attorney number one would conduct a search for responsive documents by looking through Trump's boxes, and that had been transported from the White House and remained in storage at the Mar-a-Lago club. Trump indicated that he wanted to be at the Mar-a-Lago club when Trump attorney number one returned to review his boxes on June 2nd, and that Trump would change his summer travel plans to do so. Trump told Trump attorney number two that Trump attorney number two did not need to be present for the review of boxes. Paragraph 58. Between Trump's May 23rd meeting with Trump attorney one and Trump attorney two to discuss the May 11th subpoena and June 2nd, when Trump attorney one returned to the Mar-a-Lago club to review the boxes in the storage room, Nauta removed, at Trump's direction, a total of approximately 64 boxes from the storage room and brought them to Trump's residence as set forth below. A. On May 24th, 2022, between 5:30 p.m. and 5:38 p.m., Nauta removed 3 boxes from the storage room. B. On May 30th, 2022, at 9:08 a.m., Trump and Nauta spoke by phone for approximately 30 seconds between 10:02 a.m. and 11:51 a.m. Nauta removed a total of approximately 50 boxes from the storage room. C. On May 30th, 2022, at 12:33 p.m., a Trump family member texted Nauta, "Good morning, Walt. Happy Memorial Day. I saw you put boxes to POTUS room. Just FYI, and I will tell him as well, not sure how many he wants to take on Friday on the plane. He will not have a room for them. Plane will be full with luggage. Thank you." Nauta replied, "Good afternoon, ma'am." Smiley face emoji. "Thank you so much. I think he wanted to pick from them. I don't imagine him wanting to take the boxes. He told me to put them in the room and that he was going to talk to you about them." D. On June 1st, 2022, beginning at 12:52 p.m., Nauta removed approximately 11 boxes from the storage room. Paragraph 59. On June 1st, 2022, Trump spoke with Trump attorney number one by phone and asked whether Trump attorney number one was coming to the Mar-a-Lago club the next day and for exactly what purpose. Trump attorney number one reminded Trump that Trump number one was going to review that had been transported from the White House and remained in the storage at the Mar-a-Lago club so that Trump attorney number one could have a custodian of records certified that May 11th subpoena have been complied with fully. Paragraph 60. On June 2nd, 2022, the day that Trump attorney number one was scheduled to review Trump's boxes in the storage room, Trump spoke with Nauta on the phone at 9:29 a.m. for approximately 24 seconds. Paragraph 61. Later that day, between 12:33 p.m. and 12:52 p.m., Nauta and an employee of the Mar-a-Lago club moved approximately 30 boxes from Trump's residence to the storage room. Paragraph 62. In sum, between May 23rd, 2022 and June 2nd, 2022, before Trump attorney number one review of Trump's boxes in the storage room, Nauta, at Trump's direction, moved approximately 64 boxes from the storage room to Trump's residence and brought to the storage room only approximately 30 boxes. Neither Trump nor Nauta informed Trump attorney number one of this information. The false certification to the FBI and the grand jury. Paragraph 63. On the afternoon of June 2nd, 2022, as Trump had informed Trump attorney one arrived at the Mar-a-Lago club to review Trump's boxes, to look for documents with classification markings in response to the May 11th subpoena. Trump met with Trump Attorney 1 before Trump Attorney 1 conducted the review. Nauta escorted Trump Attorney 1 to the storage room. Paragraph 64. Between 3:53 p.m. and 6:23 p.m., Trump Attorney 1 reviewed the contents of Trump's boxes in the storage room. Trump Attorney 1 located 38 documents with classification markings inside the boxes, which Trump Attorney 1 removed and placed in a red-welled folder. Trump Attorney 1 contacted Nauta and asked him to bring clear duct tape to the storage room, which Nauta did. Trump Attorney 1 used the clear duct tape to seal the red-welled folder with the documents with classification markings inside. Paragraph 65. After Trump Attorney 1 finished scaling the red-welled folder containing the documents with classification markings that he had found inside Trump's boxes, Nauta took Trump Attorney 1 to a dining room in the Mar-a-Lago Club to meet with Trump. After Trump Attorney 1 confirmed that he was finished with his search of the storage room, Trump asked, "Did you find anything? Is it bad? Good." Paragraph 66. Trump and Trump Attorney 1 then discussed what to do with the red-welled folder containing documents with classification markings and whether Trump Attorney 1 should bring them to his hotel room and put them in a safe there. During that conversation, Trump made a plucking motion as memorialized by Trump Attorney 1. He made a funny motion as though, well, okay, why don't you take them with you to your hotel room, and if there's anything really bad in there, like, pluck it out. And that was the motion that he made. He didn't say that. Paragraph 67. That evening, Trump Attorney 1 contacted the Department of Justice and requested that an FBI agent meet him at the Mar-a-Lago Club that next day, June 3rd, so that he could turn over the documents responsive to the May 11th subpoena. Paragraph 68. Also that evening, Trump Attorney 1 contacted another Trump Attorney 3, and asked her if she would come to the Mar-a-Lago Club the next morning to act as a custodian of records and sign a certification regarding the search for documents with classification markings in response to May 11 subpoena. Trump Attorney 3, who had no role in the review of Trump's boxes in the storage room, agreed. Paragraph 69. The next day, on June 3rd, 2022, at Trump Attorney 1's request, Trump Attorney 3 signed a certification as the custodian of records for the office of Donald J. Trump and took it to the Mar-a-Lago Club to provide it to the Department of Justice and FBI. In the certification, Trump Attorney 3, who performed no such search of Trump's boxes, had not reviewed the May 11 subpoena, and had not reviewed the contents of the red-welled folder, stated, among other things, that based upon the information that had been provided to her, A diligent search was conducted of the boxes that were moved from the White House to Florida. B, this search was conducted after receipt of the subpoena in order to locate any and all documents that were responsive to the subpoena. And C, any and all responsive documents accompany this certification. Paragraph 70. These statements were false because, among other reasons, Trump had directed Nauta to move boxes before Trump Attorney 1's June 2nd review, so that many boxes were not searched and many documents responsive to the May 11 subpoena could not be found, and in fact were not found by Trump Attorney 1. Paragraph 71. Shortly after Trump Attorney 3 executed the false certification on June 3rd, 2022, Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 3 met at the Mar-a-Lago Club with personnel from the Department of Justice and FBI. Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 3 turned over the red-weld folder containing documents with classification markings, as well as the false certification signed by Trump Attorney 3 as custodian of records. Trump, who had delayed his departure from the Mar-a-Lago club, joined Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 3 for some of the meeting. Trump claimed to the Department of Justice and the FBI that he was, quote, an open book, close quotes. Paragraph 72. Earlier that same day, Nauta and others loaded several of Trump's boxes along with other items on aircraft that flew Trump and his family north for the summer. The court-authorized search of the Mar-a-Lago club. Paragraph 73. In July 2022, the FBI and grand jury obtained and reviewed surveillance video from the Mar-a-Lago club showing the movement of boxes set forth above paragraph 74. On August 8, 2022, the FBI executed a court-authorized search warrant at the Mar-a-Lago club. The search warrant authorized the FBI to search for and seize, among other things, all documents with classification markings. Paragraph 75. The execution of the warrant at the Mar-a-Lago club, the FBI seized 102 documents with classification markings in Trump's office and the storage room as follows. And the Trump's office location, a number of documents, 27 classification markings, 6 were top secret, 18 were secret, and 3 were confidential. In the storage room, 75 documents, 11 were top secret, 36 secret, and 28 confidential.